I think the third sector is very important. We may be called the third sector, but we were very much the first responders during the COVID response. And in fact, the third sector is at the heart of communities, and it's where we've been delivering in communities to help people and to build resilience. I think if you're standing for council, the most important thing that you can do is really understand your communities.
There are lots of amazing voluntary sector youth organisations across Highland doing lots of different things, ranging from universal youth work, that's running youth clubs, holiday clubs, play schemes. There are sports and arts specialists. There are organisations that work with bereaved young people, mental health, sexual health and relationships, all kinds of things, young carers, care experienced young people. There are amazing, amazing things happening within the voluntary sector with young people.
For me, the third sector is the glue that holds everything together in our society. And to maybe contrast it with a local authority is, I've for a long time thought, probably the broadest based organisation in our land. The breadth of services that Highland Council delivers, I think it numbers something around 800 different services. So for a single organisation, incredibly broadly based. The counterpoint to that is the third sector has literally thousands upon thousands of organisations across and up and down the breadth of and the length of the Highlands. And those organisations are doing an even broader range of services for communities, for people, and for other organisations in the Highlands. And at the very least, they're equal partners in the well-being and the prosperity of the Highlands. And to my mind, they do more than any other sector.
Probably the most important thing about the third sector is that it is really the best way we have of knowing exactly what's going on in communities, what people's experiences are, and being there in order to be able to pass that on where it matters. So in some ways we're a communication channel, we're a voice, or we can actually be the vehicle to take those voices with lived experience from communities directly to the ears of decision makers. And I think for me that's one of the most important things that the third sector does.
Hi, I'm Sue Lyons. I'm the manager of Spirit Advocacy. Spirit Advocacy is a collective advocacy organisation. We have two projects. The first one is HUG, Action for Mental Health, and the second one is People First Highland. Collective advocacy is about working with people with lived experience to use their voices to shape services in the public sector and to ensure that people with lived experience are at the forefront of changes that happen in order to make a better, fairer society. Within the third sector, that's about amplifying the voices of our community. It's about making sure that people like new councillors hear what is actually happening on the ground in our community of people living with mental illness or learning disability right across Highland.
So the third sector, the best way to think about it is to think about social impact. The third sector includes what are often referred to as our voluntary sector, our community sector, social enterprises as well. The key thing is about thinking about the impact that it has, the intention that is sitting there in order to try and support better lives and better outcomes for our communities. Whether that's done through volunteering work or whether that's done through paid staff, whether it's our voluntary-led boards or our organisations who just work and collaborate together. The key thing is that whether we're doing this on a non-profit basis or we're doing it on a profit basis, but we're using that money to reinvest in social outcomes, we're all part of the third sector.